Ladies and gentlemen, Kirk Thatcher and Darren Doctorman, the Weirded Beardos. Welcome again.
I see Davy, and I see Peter, I see Tommy, I see Mary Sue. Nice shoes. Oh, Darren, lighten up.
See, if you're not Santa Claus, if you're looking at kids, there's a problem.
Oh, no, I am Santa Claus. I mean, no, I'm not Santa Claus. I'm just playing.
No!
I just watched the Santa Claus movie for another podcast that I was a guest on, where you have to defend or, basically give your opinion on a movie. And there's two or three of them that friends of mine do. One's called Reels of Justice. This one is about the same idea. There's a prosecutor, a judge, and then you're the star witness, and you have to watch it and talk about it. It's fun. It's a fun movie.
What side did you fall on that you enjoyed?
I liked it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I remember seeing it. There was a bunch of stuff I'd forgotten how kind of adult a lot of it was in terms of divorce and getting along with your ex and sharing children. And the two things that came away was Judge Reinhold kind of given a thankless job, but did a really good job with the stepfather. He's a therapist, but he doesn't play it like an idiot, and he doesn't play it like a super we've all got to touch our feelings. Like, he plays it like a nice guy who's in an awkward position.
Right.
Alan plays an a-hole who becomes Santa and becomes a nicer guy, which is typecasting because, the first part, he's not a pleasant gentleman to work with. So he plays that well, and then he becomes Santa, which was the acting part. And then the kid, the little boy, Eric Lloyd, kind of is the linchpin of that movie. If you don't buy him, it falls apart. And for kid actors, he did a really good job.
Is he any relation to Jake Lloyd?
Oh, I don't know. I doubt it, but
probably not. But it's Jingle All the Way. Jake Lloyd is in.
Yeah, maybe it's like the Olsen twins, except they were twins, or what's the other one? Zach and Cody, who are also twins, but they both,
right.
The family, or it's really more like the Osmonds.
Right.
Haley Joel and his sister, like families. What was the other one? There's another family where, Culkins, that was it. That's what.
Yeah, the Culkins.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's it.
You don't know.
Listeners, why don't you IMDb that for us or Google it?
Or don't. Wait till the show's over. Then you can do whatever you want.
Leave the show right now. We'll wait.
Oh, hi.
Hey. So, what's the answer? Just jump in the time machine. So anyway, yeah, so that was fun. But it's not Christmas season. What season is it?
Well, it's...
what season is it?
It's October. It's very early October for us right now. When you're listening to this, it'll be somewhat close to mid-October.
That is Halloween season, my friend.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same problem as people having a whole month for their birthday. There shouldn't be a whole month for Halloween.
You're like the Grinch of Halloween.
I am the Grinch of Halloween. That's correct.
You're a monster. Well, people start celebrating Christmas November 1st.
I don't agree with that either.
You're just a crank.
Everything for Christmas should happen after Thanksgiving. I have no problem with that.
Wrong. The only thing I agree with is the Haunted Mansion do-over as Nightmare Before Christmas should happen after Thanksgiving. Now it happens at the end of August.
If at all.
Insane to me. Yeah, well, I agree. It's played out. But, yeah, I don't get that. I don't get the love for it. I mean, it's a great movie, and it was fine. It was fun.
It's fine, but it's not a...
It's played out, man. Kids today don't know. I mean, whatever. Anyway.
Kids today don't like movies.
Kids today don't watch anything. I guess they watch movies at home, from kids from the 90s on. They watch
movies on their watches.
Yeah, on their phones, maybe. Thank God we don't have to deal with children.
That's for sure. Not anymore.
Yes. Well, never.
Yes.
Yes, always.
So how's your couple weeks been?
Good. I'm this close to buying a house. This close to buying a house. I have to figure out if it's something that I don't know. I don't have any reason not to. I don't have any reason to. I mean, the reason not to is it's going to, disrupt my life for 9 months for, cleaning this house out, moving up there, selling this house, renting it. And the reason to do it is I'll save money every year, like 20 grand, not like $5,000, like 20 grand a year living there because they don't have
Yeah.
state income tax and they don't tax your pension. And I'll save on my mortgage. My mortgage would be like $1,200 a month cheaper. So, and everything's commensurate with that. Even the water and power bills are cheaper. So, if I'm going to semi-retire, meaning I won't have to desperately be looking for work all the time, it's a good idea. It's just that this next 7 to 9 months, and
Well, I think
I'm gonna,
it's especially generous for you to offer me your old house for free.
well, the free part, I think you misunderstood. I said you're free to make an offer on my house
Oh, that's not.
as long
Oh,
as it's over 1.5 million. You can rent it. I'll
I
rent it.
must have misunderstood.
I'll rent it. What do you pay? Oh, do you mind saying? Or do you want to turn the?
I don't want to say it on here, but I'll tell you afterwards.
All right. Well, you and three of your friends can. I don't know. It seems reasonable rent to me, but you're a
Yeah.
friend, so I'll knock a couple bucks off, like $2.
Well, maybe we can talk. Maybe we can talk.
Yeah,
We can
absolutely, because that would be
your,
awesome. I said if I could rent it to people I know and trust, then it would be, and I would keep a room, so that would
right.
not come with the rent off. That might come down and have a place to stay. All right, so there you go, folks. Maybe that would happen.
Wow. And you heard it all beginning right here.
On the Weird Girl Beardos. I told Danya about this. Danya, our friend who lives in Columbus,
Yes.
Ohio, and she was like, "Oh my god!" So she's going to listen. I said, "You poor thing."
Didn't she know about it?
No, you don't
I mean,
tell
we've only been doing this for 2 years.
her. Is it 2 years? I said it's well. Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
2 years.
is
In
it like
January, it is 2 years.
right? Okay. I said we've been doing it for about a year and a half. So yeah,
Yeah.
jeepers. Well, there you go. And look where it's got us.
Look at the vast empire we've built
Yes,
out
yes.
of it.
If only people would promote it.
Huh.
Shut up. I'm gonna one day. I'm gonna.
One day when it's
So
long
well,
past.
I will say the yes when I'm dead I'll run it. It'll be play on my tombstone. The guys I just did the podcast with, uh, they have 60 followers. I'm like, oh, you guys, we've got
Yeah,
8.
we do have 80 now. By the
I
way,
know we're like rolling in it.
we're
So,
rolling in
so
that
yeah,
rate.
so the house has been taking up my life, and then just cleaning up, just owning a house and dealing with all the house stuff. I'm trying to,
Finding other spaces for the bodies.
yeah, exactly. The backyard's getting stinky. Coyotes keep digging them up. That's a great movie. Like guys that talk about it like they're joking, and it turns out it's real, and they're just. This is how they clear their conscience. They actually publicly admit it, and everyone's like, "Oh, those guys!" And then one of them,
Aren't they funny?
yeah,
Those funny
one of them, they can't
podcasters
both
and
be
their
doing it.
murders.
I've been catching up on Only Murders in the Building and Peacemaker, and
I've been catching up on Christine McConnell.
on her YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does a lot. It's her acting is the same level, but her skills are tremendous.
I'm not sure she's acting. I mean, you would
Well,
know
she's not.
differently.
I mean, she's acting like talking to camera. For her, that's acting. Like she doesn't
Right.
act. She's just like, and here's an interesting thing. She's great.
She did a pretty cool witch's broom with a bat on the handle and a an alligator holding the
Broom
uh,
bristles.
broom bristles. Yeah,
I
it
just
was very
watched
well done.
making a bat lamp, which was it's
Yes,
carved.
I saw that one too. That was pretty cool.
Beautiful, yeah. I know she's an amazing person. The house that you see is her house.
Yeah,
So
I know.
her genius. Yeah, she bought a kind of I wouldn't say ramshackle, but kind of needed some love
Right.
Victorian house for like $300,000.
Yeah.
And so it's her write off too. So her home is where she does her show, so it's 100% deductible, and it's just her and her husband. Like it's amazing, and she makes very good money. I'm told. I haven't heard it from her, but close friends through doing the show with her that she
Right.
does very, very well and never needs to.
Yeah, she doesn't talk to you anymore.
She
She's
never
done. She's
barely
done with you.
she barely talked to me when we did the show. She doesn't. I mean, that's the gag. Is like even her close friends. Like, yeah, I haven't talked to her. She's like, you text. I mean, she's so busy being her. She's
Well, yeah, no, I can see that. She's
yeah, that's all she does. She's
practically crafts
yeah,
person.
and films it. So not when she's not doing it, she's editing it, and her husband shoots it and does the music. And
Yeah.
so I think I'd go a little crazy. I mean, if I did this every day for 8 hours a day, either made something on camera I don't. I think
It might get somewhere. What?
you. I have an idea. I have an idea. I'll probably launch the idea on this stupid thing that we do. It's not stupid. It's really good. So yeah, Christine McConnell's awesome. I suggest anyone who's into Halloween or crafting or even cooking, baking, I should say.
I'm also watching reaction videos
No.
no, they're fun.
I think there's such a cheap shot. That's just
No,
like,
they're
oh,
not.
well, it's you're piggybacking on someone else's creative thing, and you're just going, what? That's great. I don't know. I think it's a cheap shot.
I find it interesting watching, especially younger people, uh, being
Oh,
exposed to the movies that we grew up
yeah,
with,
or listening to
and
a
seeing
song,
what their true reaction is.
right?
And I enjoy that. Uh,
It's fun. I just don't. I'm the fact that they get a million followers because they just watch things, and I'm like, God damn, why do we try so hard?
well, why don't we just start watching things?
Yeah, we could and just put it in the middle between us and be like, but
Interestingly enough, I have started watching original Star Trek on my Patreon and
oh,
doing
well,
commentary.
you can do color commentary. I just be
That's what I'm doing. Yeah,
yeah. I would just do reaction gags.
I'll just react to it as if I'd never seen it before.
Okay.
Oh, what's that?
So you're lying.
Who's that
You're,
guy?
you're acting on camera.
Who's the guy with the ears?
Why is he so weirdly pale?
Why does he look like he would have
You know what I would love?
a slow assistant?
I would love us to do reaction videos to old soap operas. just the torture test of a half an hour of people going,
Oh
well,
my, I couldn't
well,
watch any of
well,
those at all.
we could Mystery Science Theater is my thing. It's just we talk back and riff on it, and I don't know.
Oh well, see, that's not. They don't mean to do crappy shows.
Well, no, they weren't necessarily crappy if that's the thing you like. They were just like I had friends who were. I knew one person who wrote on.
Friends you have there.
She was an actress on it for like 5 years. She played a nurse, and the schedule is nuts. She said you get like 20 pages every night
Yeah,
to memorize and shoot the next day. And she goes, you just get great at memorizing stuff and forgetting it and then memorizing. And that was the job, 5 days a week. And I guess the money was really good at the time because
sure.
I don't think they syndicate them. Do they rerun them? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Yeah, it was the equivalent of the daily newspaper. You just did it, you cranked it out, and it was done. The same with the writing. You just you didn't have time to spell check it all the time. Just
Right.
away.
What are you drinking there? What is that?
It is a peach flavored water.
Peach flavored water.
Yes,
Nice.
Waterloo. Well,
Waterloo.
I drank Diet Coke and Coke Zero for years.
Yeah.
And then realized how bad it is for you. And then realized, learning about ADHD, they're like, that's why people on ADHD drink tons of Coke Zero and Diet Coke, because it's not only the caffeine, there's other things in it that this fellow on the YouTubes breaks down why it really, because when I was writing comedy for 15
You
years,
lived on it, yeah.
I did, yeah. We got cases of it. And I would just go through 6 a day, just like pretty much every 2 hours, drinking Coke Zero or Diet Coke back then. And then, I realized that's not so healthy. So I stopped, and now I drink fizzy, sugarless, flavorless, semi-flavored water. Go figure.
Flavorless water for tasteless people.
Nice. There you go. Waterloo. See, it's called water. Never mind.
It's called Waterloo.
What are you drinking?
Because you drink it and then you go to the loo.
What are you drinking, Nosy Parker? What do you got over there?
I have some what you call it? Is
The
it
glass kills me.
Arizona iced tea?
Oh,
Yeah, the glass is Luke Skywalker from The Empire Strikes Back from Burger King.
Nice. Those are worth something. I used to have all the 7-Eleven Marvel cups.
Oh yeah, the plastic ones.
The plastic ones, like a stack of them. And someone said they're worth something. I don't know if I threw them out or they're still in the garage somewhere. But I loved Marvel, so I collected those. I'm sure it's
Marvel.
What's up?
I said you love Marvel, huh?
I was a FOOM, Friends of Old Marvel.
That's FOOM.
Yes,
not FUME or just FUM.
Yeah, it was
with
F
the
O O
umlaut.
M. Fing Fang Foom. It was a deep cut from Marvel there. Although I think didn't they just feature him in the was it the no, it wasn't the Fantastic Four. I thought one of their movies there was like a flashback or something and
I
thing.
think there was.
Yeah, he was like a big like Chinese dragon looking thing with like eyebrows. Right? It was
Yeah.
very weird, but I think there was a flashback of like somebody fighting him. It would have been Captain. No, was it? It was like the Fantastic Four.
Was it the Fantastic Four?
Well,
I still haven't seen it.
oh,
So
it's fine. I didn't. I liked it. I didn't love it. I thought. I don't know. I think we talked about this. The characters didn't gel for me. I mean, I thought
yeah,
Sue Storm was great, and she has to be. The whole movie revolves around her and her story.
right.
Pedro Pascal was Pedro Pascal, which he's fine and likable. I just didn't buy him as like the world's smartest scientist. And actually, the guy who plays Ben Grimm does a great job. Eben Moss Backrack. Wow, pulled that one out.
Yeah.
Eben or Eben Moss Backrack. He's great. He's actually my favorite. Well, he and Sue, and I thought Johnny Storm. I like that actor, but I didn't verbatim him as that character.
Mm.
I didn't hate him. I was just like, okay, well, he's fine. And then last night I watched two movies back to back. I watched Companion with Jack Quaid, who I'd met recently, who's a lovely guy, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
really good movie. It's essentially somewhere between Westworld and Blade Runner. It's about
Oh,
a robotic companion, and the twist is it's a world in the future where you get robotic boyfriends and girlfriends, and they don't know they're robots unless you tell them.
right.
So the plot essentially starts out with this guy. He believes in love with his robot girlfriend, and at some point, I forget the plot reason why, but he tells her you're a robot, and she doesn't believe him, and then he proves it to her, and then she, has an existential crisis, and
And then she blinds him with science.
science. And it's fun. There's a lot of twists. As a writer, I guessed every single one of them, and
Well, of course you did.
my girlfriend I was watching it with, she's like, "How do you know that?" I'm like, "Well, because if you're a writer, you know things when they set. And the director sets it up, even
Yeah.
subtly, all the way down to like the murder weapon at the end of the movie that kills the bad guy." And I was like, "That's gonna kill him." And then she's like, "How do you know that?" I was like, "Because the way they featured it." And it was they. I wouldn't say they telegraphed it too much, but I'm just saying. I put it like this: I said, if they show a rolling pin and the handle comes off and there's a spike on the end, they go, "I got to get that fixed." They put it back on. Someone's going to get stabbed with it, and it was that kind of thing,
Wow.
right? So, but it's still entertaining, and I will say the plot twists, even though if you're a writer or you're a fan of these kind of movies, you're going to probably guess them. It's still well played, and the actings are great. Sophie Thatcher,
So,
I didn't know who she was, except
so they kill Fing Fang Foom with a rolling pin.
wow, your retention is amazing, but you're yeah, no, but you're
Oh,
close. The rolling pin is a robot that thinks it's
oh,
bang foam, and it's just hilarious why
Robo Pin.
it tries to take over a city. Yeah, I don't want to give anything more away. And then I watched The Death of a Unicorn, which was really fun
The
with
Death of
Paul.
Unicorn.
The Death of a Unicorn. It's
Is
got
that the sequel to The Last Unicorn?
no. I thought I brought that up too. It's like no, that would be the name. That should have been the name of The Last Unicorn. Or
The penultimate unicorn.
Killing of a Unicorn. Wasn't that the Dorothy Stratton movie? That was the name of the
Uh,
book. That was the name of the book.
uh,
That what's his name wrote? The guy who
yeah,
was Peter Bogdanovich. Star 90 was the name of the movie, but it was
Star
based
90.
on Killing of a Unicorn.
Unicorn 90.
It's 90 unicorns. 99 those unicorns. Anyway,
Captain Kirk's
um,
in that song.
that's right. Everyone's a superhero. Everyone's a Captain Kirk. Uh, Shout out to Nene. Wasn't that her name? Or Layla or something?
Nene?
Nene? I don't know. Who was
I
singing
don't
that?
remember. Look, it's so
Lula.
long ago.
Oh, I know. It was the 1890s.
That's
Anyway,
that's like
killing.
89 balloons ago.
But Luftballons, which I love, is in German. They're air balloons.
Yeah,
Like it's not just a balloon; it's a
they're
Luftballon,
not water balloons.
right?
They could be.
I'm like, what were the other balloons you had to clarify? These are flying balloons. I guess the ones that don't float. I don't know. Anyway, this
Yes.
movie has it's Paul Rudd,
Right.
Jenna Ortega,
Uh-huh.
who is showing range. She's not being Wednesday Addams. And what's his name? Richard E. Grant, who's
Mm,
always fabulous.
right.
Um, and a couple other notable. Those are the main bigger names. Oh, and Tay Leone is great.
Oh.
So it's well cast. It's really fun. It's kind of a horror comedy. And Richard E. Grant is great. It's just chewing the scenery as this evil head of a pharmaceutical company. And Paul Rudd plays not such a lovable guy. He's not a bad guy, but he's like kind of a hapless father who's trying to do the right thing, and of course keeps making mistakes because he doesn't want to piss off this rich pharmaceutical owner that they go out into the country. And anyway, it starts out with he and Jenna Ortega are on the outs. The mother died, so it's a father daughter. Not necessarily in sync with each other. And another thing, which I won't give too much away, but beginning of the film, they give her very obvious spots on her face, pimples, and I'm like, oh, okay, the unicorn somehow is magically going to clear those up, and absolutely
Mm.
right. 20 minutes in, they clear up because she was encountered a unicorn. But what's fun about it is Richard E. Grant is delightful. And Will Poulter, who is that kid at? Well, he's an adult now. He played. He was the son where he played kind of a wimpy kid in Meet the what was it? We're the Michaels or We're the Mitchells? Is it We're the Mitchells? But it was Jason Sudeikis, Will Poulter. I forget who played the mom in it, but they were basically four con men who came together to pretend to be a family to do something.
Never saw that one.
But Will Poulter's great. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or 2. Were there 3 of them or 2 of them?
There were three.
3. It was 3.
I
He
only
played
saw two of them.
he played Adam Strange. They painted him
Okay.
all gold. And anyway, he's great and is this super douchey heir, nepo baby, heir to millions of dollars. He only wears shorts in the whole movie. And
Wow.
anyway, the unicorns are great. I mean, they look CGE at parts, but they're fun. And it's kind of a horror movie. I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was a Paul Rudd movie, so you can't go wrong. And Richard E.
Very
Grant.
good.
I haven't seen too many Paul Rudd movies that I said, nah, it wasn't worth it. And again, I watched it at home on HBO, so I
Yeah.
didn't really pay. But I would recommend both. Those are fun watches. They're not like, oh my god, it's a top 20, but they're good movies. What companion cover story that you again Westworld and Blade Runner have covered as well as
Right.
probably other things, but those two came immediately to mind. Covers the same kind of thoughts and concepts like do androids know they're androids and how do they have relationships and do people have relationships actually form real attachments and
How
do
does it not know what it is?
right how do they not do they have feelings and are their feelings real or is it just programming anyway it covers all that and Sophie Thatcher is great. I didn't know who she was except we share the same last name so I said well I should know and she goes from kind of like oh she's fine to like oh she's really good because she plays
Hmm.
a lot in it a lot of different she shows range and there's a lot of twists. I think that's the most fun is like you start going again if you're an avid movie buff or you're a mystery person or you're a screenwriter and know writing you're like okay that's going to be a and then Death of a Unicorn is just pretty straightforward. They kill a unicorn and then it turns out there's other unicorns and they want revenge and that's
Oh,
the story. So they're trapped in a mountain lodge. Yeah.
do the bad people finally see the point?
Very witty, Wild.
Very good.
Very clever, Mr. Bond. Now I expect you to die.
Choose your next witticism carefully, Mr. Bond.
Um, but the guy who plays NoHo Hank, I can't remember his name. He's in the new Superman movie as
Right.
Metamorpho. That actor. He's
Yeah,
in
from Barry.
yes, from Barry as NoHo Hank and Metamorpho in the Superman movie, the new Superman film. And
Right.
he's great, and he plays kind of a more minor character, but I'm just watching him. I'm like, he'd be such a good James Bond villain. Not just because he looks like Doctor No because he's bald and has alopecia, but he plays quirky really well.
Dr. No isn't bald. Dr.
Sorry,
Evil is bald.
Doctor Evil, but Blofeld. Sorry, Blofeld.
Right.
Ernst Blofeld. So he would be A good new Ernst Blofeld or just a new Bond villain.
Actually, I thought he would have made a great Lex Luthor.
Yes, agreed. I thought Nick Holt was fine, but I think yes,
But
Nick
he's
Holt,
boring.
yeah, he still seems like the boy next door.
Yeah.
And again, but yeah, I can't remember. I'm sorry, I apologize to the actor whose name, but no, Hank.
Yeah.
So good as no Hank. That's what you remember.
I
Bob
think
Denver, Gilligan. Um, he he has that kind of wildness in his eyes that he would have been. You're right, a much
yeah.
better. He's not a name. I don't think Superman needed a name as
No.
Luthor.
No. Superman doesn't need names. Just Cal.
Superman don't need no names.
Is that your name, Superman? Superman?
Is that you?
Really?
You chose that for yourself? We could be like neat guy or something. Are you Superman? It's kind of
got a pretty big idea about yourself, calling yourself Superman.
maniacal. And you got a big S. Like, why do you got to wear an S?
You want to see a red S? I'll show you a red S.
Give me a belt. Oh, it doesn't get funnier than this. So, what are you doing for Halloween, Mister?
For Halloween, I don't even know. I mean, for us, it's 3 weeks away.
Do you have
I don't.
Jesus.
I don't.
Halloween season.
My year doesn't revolve around Halloween.
Well, your doesn't revolve around
because I'm an adult.
Yeah, who wears Star Trek shirts and drinks out of Empire Strikes Back glasses. We know what your life revolves around. Star Trek and Star Wars. So just admit it.
That's not true.
You're wearing a Star Trek shirt. You're a member of a group called the Trucks.
I'm wearing a cardboard belt.
Do you live by the van down by the river?
Yeah,
you're so mature.
I wear Star Trek shirts because it's all that's clean.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. It's called masking, where we lie to ourselves.
How dare you?
People. Wait. So, have you ever dressed as a doctor with like the little reflective thing on a
Never.
Head? You should, because you're Dr. Doctorman.
No, my name isn't spelled. Why don't you go out dressed as a roofer?
I have.
Well, that's stupid.
And I wear a kilt, and I have a belt. I'm a Scottish roofer or a Kirk Thatcher. It's true, Jimmy. I did that one year. I wore a kilt.
My nickname's Roofy.
Rufus. Well, if I ever do something under a pseudonym, it was always going to be Rufus Scott Church, because that's what a Kirk Thatcher would do. Rufus Scott Church. I guess it could be Rufus Scott-ish Church. But I think
What's
Scott
an ish church.
What's that? Ish church.
What's an ish church?
And
you know what you use to seal up the roof? You use Ishtar. Thank you.
You actually made my camera blur. It was so bad. Yeah. I don't. You know what? It's amazing about thatched roofs. It really is just sewing straw together or reeds. There's no tar. There's nothing. It's just using kind of a wire.
That's why mankind stopped making them.
But But here's what's amazing, because I've done research, and again, as the family name, thatched roofs can last 80 years if they're done well and packed.
Yeah, if there's no rain.
No, this is in England, where it rains in Ireland. It rains all the time.
But it rains all the time.
Captain, there'll be rains here. No, it works really well because it's like 2 feet thick. That's the thing.
There'll be whales on our thatched roof.
Scotty, beam up
those roofs.
Beam up the reeds. They're not your goddamn reeds. They're not your damn reeds. Yeah, because it's like it's 1.5 to 2 feet thick, so you could stack pretty much cardboard on your roof 2 feet thick, and it probably lasts a good long time. If it was tied,
I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
I love Thatcher. They look gorgeous, but they're a lot of work.
Well,
there's still people who do it. There are still professional thatchers in England. It's like professional marble carvers.
There was a bunch of houses in Silver Lake built by Disney in the 30s.
But they didn't have thatched roofs. They had shingles, right?
I think some of them had thatched roofs.
Really? I know the houses are still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, the tiki room is a thatched roof.
But that's that. Well, now they have the synthetic thatch. It looks amazing. And friend of mine has his backyard tiki bar done in it. It looks absolutely real, and I guess it's some kind of UV resistant plastic, and it lasts for like 30 years.
It's a high tech polymer resin that
Yes, yes, exactly. That's a high tech polymer resin.
it's a roof of the future.
Everything old is new again. Um, yes.
Can it
So
can it core apple? Oh, it can core apple.
let's talk about AI because I know you love that.
I actually have been playing with it.
Ah, see, you're coming around. It's a good
Well,
tool.
no, look. I saw some.
Go ahead.
I saw some demos on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I decided to download the beta of Photoshop that
Oh,
includes
right.
Nano Banana
Right.
as one of its models.
Wasn't that your nickname in high school?
Oh no, it was much worse.
Anyway.
Uh, but I've used it to revise some old photos.
Yeah, that's what I think it's great for,
I
fixing
think
things.
it's great for that, and I don't think there's any problem with it doing that.
Well, people, I don't know if you watched enough YouTube or the video stuff where people are using it to generate effects, which you, now I own the software. It's by Blackmagic, DaVinci Pro,
Yes.
Resolve, I guess.
Yeah.
It now has AI in it where you can say, make the sky blah, or, subtle stuff, not like
Make the sky blah.
make the sky blah. No, but you can use it to do effects. And it's like this thing I want to do as Santa. I want to see if I could just go make my beard and hair white.
Right.
It's already light enough. Just lighten it to the point of whiteness because I don't want to freaking do that every day. So, I mean, I think it's great. I think the people who are terrified of it, and I look, if you're an accountant or a paralegal or concept artists, I think are probably more nervous about it. At least, kind of if you're just getting into the business, and it's interesting where the legality is going to be because I know Disney is shying away from it because if you use it,
They say they
well, yeah, and you can't copyright it. But what's interesting is what's the method to prove or disprove that you did? I mean, especially concept art, like it doesn't go up on screen; it's just like spitballing ideas. So I'm sure they use it, and then have Ryan Miner Ding like paint over it and go, yeah, you do your version of that.
Nah, I don't know. It's a tough question. I think it's great technology to enhance the stuff that we already have.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like it generating
from
its
scratch.
own ideas from scratch. I
No,
don't.
no, its ideas are garbage. Helping to fill out your ideas, I think, is good, and I think it's great to fix stuff, or like change the sky, which you can do anyway in Photoshop, even before it became
You
AI.
see the sky's gonna
So
change.
what? Yeah. So AI. Okay, good. We discussed that. We discussed movies. We're
No, but
discussing.
the its ability to, if you prompt it correctly,
Yeah.
to make your old photos look like new
Or
is
come
pretty
alive.
amazing.
Have you just taken like a high school photo? I love that.
No, I'm taking older photos from when I was a
Well,
tiny kid.
okay, yeah, but they make you smile, look around. You're like, "Fuck, that's pretty good." I mean, it
Yeah,
doesn't hurt anybody.
no,
I
it's fun, and I think it's I look forward to it getting better.
Well, and friends of mine who are sculptors, oh, the wind just really made either that or I have a raccoon skateboarding on my backyard. Uh, where they make a living version of their sculpt, like their sculpt comes alive. It's a model
Right.
kit thing. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Tony McVeigh could take a video or take a picture and have his creature like look around or whatever. I think that's very cool because it's still his design. And everything. It's
Yeah.
bringing life to things that aren't animated.
Yes. No, I agree. That's all valuable stuff. I just don't want it taking the place of human beings.
Well, yeah. I mean, human beings aren't all they cracked up to be. It's not like I don't like people. They're just not so comfortable when they're around. Have you dabbled in crypto at all? Cryptocurrency,
Yeah, I had some.
Bitcoin.
Uh, it was Ethereum
Okay, that's
several years ago before it took a big dump. I was able to get out uh, uh, before it
because
crashed, and I made like $600.
well, now it's up at almost $5,000 in Ethereum.
Yeah, that's insane.
Well,
It's
Bitcoin,
insane because it was like 2,000 for the longest time,
right, right.
and that just means something's gonna buckle, and a lot of people are gonna lose some money.
Well, they didn't. They, if you stuck with it, and I'm not saying you should have, but it just that's everything. You buy in and you take the ride, and sometimes if you
Yeah.
ride it right. I just did it. I just bought some XRP and XLM just
Hmm.
to do it, and I had a little extra, like, okay, fun money. Like, all right, I'm just gonna do it just to see the process and kind of learn about it. And what I had to do, or what everyone says to do, is get a cold wallet, which essentially is a non-connected hard drive. It's like an air
Right.
gap, we call it, and it's the security is kind of crazy with like QR codes and really big long passcodes to buy it, and then you put it on essentially this little tiny hard drive that you keep away from whatever
Magnets.
magnets and yeah magnet. Well, it's funny because the hard drive, it exists in the blockchain, exists, it's shared everywhere. So even if the hard drive gets destroyed, as long as I have my passcode and this 24 word sequence of words, then you can re-get it. So that's what you don't want to lose. You can lose the device, and the ultimate thing is, if as long as you know your password, and then this, literally it's a 24 letter sequence of words that are just regular words. I think they're all 5 letter words, but there's 24 of them and they're in a specific order. So as long as you remember that, you can prove that, or you can. But I guess people, early days, they said there's hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin or of crypto that is lost forever because people forgot their codes,
Right.
and they tried and they could not remember it. So now they're very, very. Uh, anyway, the world, it's interesting. And what's interesting too is, like, to me, and listen to Warren Buffett and other people 10 years ago, like, it's all weird. It doesn't make any sense. It's not real. It's not based on anything. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, we're going to make, I mean, Bitcoin is the big, and we're making 21 million Bitcoin. Okay. So if you buy into it, then there's only going to be 21 million. So we've created scarcity. You're like, okay. And they're not all mined yet, which means you pick the right code number and you get some Bitcoin. It was an interesting, it's like a thought experiment. What if
Yeah.
there's money that's not based on anything except the people who buy into it, which
Right.
is really
Which
any
is how any money works,
currency?
actually.
Yeah. So what's interesting is now it's considered a hedge against the dollar crashing, or so the thing that isn't very real is now considered safe against the thing that's, at least there's a country behind it and printing and all that. I don't know. And then you're just like, well, what's gold worth? Well, it's worth this, but you can't eat it. I mean, you can't eat Bitcoin either. So the argument is, well, it's about as useful as gold, except you can carry gold
Well,
around, shave
yeah,
it
you
off.
can hold gold in your hand.
Right. But then do you want to hold $100,000 worth of gold, which right
I'd
now,
love to hold $100,000 worth of
60,
gold.
well, it'd be like 60 coins or something. It's about almost $4,000
Yeah.
an ounce.
Right.
But I mean, everyone's like, "Well, society collapses when you do with your gold." Well, I guess you can go buy a horse with it, but I don't know. It all. I love that everything
Look,
goes to 11.
if
It's like,
if
well,
society collapses, we'll
right.
know who the people are with gold, and we'll take it from them.
Well, that's true too. I think we want are the people who have like canned food. Like,
Yeah.
that's going to be where I'll trade you 2 cans of tuna for
Well,
laundry soap or whatever. I think,
this is
but I mean,
this
that's
is what
kind of,
many stories are based on.
yes, yeah. Well, Twilight Zone's even. But everyone brings up, because in modern history it was Germany, the Weimar Germany after World War One, where their
Right.
inflation went to the point where, like, people were being wheelbarrows of Deutschmarks to go buy a loaf of bread, because it was just
Yeah.
literally, it wasn't even worth the paper it was printed on, as they say. And then I'm like, but what they never talk about is how they got back to. I know it was starting World War II.
Yeah. That's how they got back.
It was a land grab. Like, well, now we own Poland. Okay,
Yeah.
but still don't understand how that makes your money worthwhile. I guess they stole their gold.
Yeah,
we take your country, now we own your gold.
yeah. They stole half of Europe. That's how they got rich again.
Yeah, that's crazy. Um,
But
so
that
it
it
is
worked for a
interesting,
while.
but I mean, look, it comes down to what they used to call, well, they still call the social contract. Whereas we're
Yeah,
going to behave because we know, yes, there are criminals and stuff, but I could go stab somebody in the supermarket and run away. Like, you could do the quote unquote crime, steal something, kill somebody, and ultimately you might get caught. But the agreement is we're not going to do that because we all live a better life. And that's the thing with friends of mine who lived in Russia before the wall fell, and even afterwards, because of the culture,
you
was like,
mean Germany?
no, I mean Russia, well, East Germany, yeah, but also Ukraine and any of the countries that were under the I don't know, they don't call it the Iron Curtain. What do they call it? The Russian Curtain. Um, do they call it the Iron Curtain? Yeah, I guess they did.
Well,
Oh,
it was. Yeah,
yeah.
Churchill called it that first.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. What is it? The League of Ungentlemanly Warfare, something like that.
Oh yeah,
It's
the
a
League of Gentlemen.
no, not League of Gentlemen. It's something ungentlemanly. The something of ungentlemanly warfare. It's a Guy Ritchie, the latest Guy Ritchie movie
Right.
with Henry Cavill. It's a fun movie, actually. It's enjoyable. It's the least Guy Ritchie movie I've seen that doesn't feel like a Guy Ritchie. It's a good movie, but it doesn't
Hmm.
feel. It's like he's mellowed out and he doesn't have to do the cut, which I love. He was kind of doing his version of Quentin Tarantino movies,
Right.
and then he became his own thing. Anyway,
Hmm.
so yeah, the whole thing about crypto and all this is once you get into the people really into it, and they're like kind of like digital preppers. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
get your hard drive and store all your fake money.
Right.
Like, well, if the power grid goes down, what do you
Yeah,
do?
you're screwed.
I know. Then and even gold's not going to help you because well, I mean, I have 400 gold coins in my safe. Okay, what are you going to eat? Well, I'm going to take him to the guy with a cow. Why does he need a gold coin? Like, it's like the South Sea Islanders that used leaves or shells as money. I mean, then you're just like, oh, it's all a fantasy that we agree to play because it makes things better for everybody.
I didn't agree to nothing.
Yeah, no, you're a crank. But the people are like, once there's entire websites for preppers, like what do they call it, the SHTF, shit hits the fan. Like,
Right.
here's what you're gonna do, and here's what you want to be out. You want at least 2 acres, and you want to water, and they've got it all, and they're just, I don't know if
I
they're
need to install my digital bunker.
but I think every generation, my dad was convinced that society was going to collapse, so he bought a place out in Ojai, which had, I don't know, I don't think there's a well on it, but now it's all gentrified and there's houses everywhere. But
Well,
we stored
birthplace
grain.
of astronaut Steve Austin.
Yes, and Jamie Summers.
Yeah.
And they actually shot when she's running in the beginning along that. That's in right in Ojai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shopping center
Yeah.
along the main drag. Yeah.
Drive by it every time I go see my family. But he was convinced that society was going to collapse, and we had grain stored in a mill, and then it didn't. And I'm like, is that just every generation's like, well, things aren't going to get worse than this? And then sometimes they do, and you have World War
And they
II.
do. And everyone's fine still.
You get through it. What's interesting is we're kind of at this weird tipping point where the digital, the electric powered world is obviously very fragile. Until solar becomes super easy or wind or whatever, where you can pretty much have a generator on your roof and not worry about the grid, which it's great. And there's so many things about it. The grid, off the grid living. But we're one EMP.
I
We're one
imagined a world I thought I'd never see.
we're we're one EMP away from Planet of the Apes, where we're farmers and digging holes to shit in. And
It's just your opinion, man.
I guess I'll call you Nova. We're just quoting movies now. So we devolve into that. That'll be the coin of the realm. You should be president. You could do the best impressions. So it does make just getting into crypto makes you think about, everything.
Right. It's all
It's a social contract. We agree to behave because we all get a better life out of it. But there are people who are like, screw you. I don't want to play by your rules. There was a great book I read as a college age. I was working at ILM, but it was called the Velvet Monkey Wrench, I think. And it was a guy who, yeah, it
I
was
just
great.
like the reading of that. The Velvet Monkey Wrench?
It was a Velvet Monkey Wrench. Yeah, and it was about a guy who'd figured out a way to have a much more egalitarian society where you could either live in the cities under the rules, or you could go live in the wildlands, which people have, even video games have sort of portrayed that, like you either live under some sort of you know uh, well, not a utopia, but a society where there's rules and there's safety, or you just go live out in the wildlands. And the Velvet Monkey Wrench, yeah, that was it. Uh, and it was very interesting. He thought about everything, like money and all that. And I remember it made me think about, like, oh yeah, society is just kind of it's sort of what worked well enough that there weren't enough disenfranchised people to keep it going. But
And now we have plenty of disenfranchised people.
well, that's what I was just going to say. With the 1% and the rest of us, there's a lot more growing disenfranchised people. And are we going to get to the point where we just take politicians out and throw them out, and is it I don't know. It's interesting. Or is it just kind of like, no, we just limp along and we vote for some new a-holes who do whatever they do, and we think it's better for a while until we don't like them. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But thank God we have YouTube.
More encouraging words from the Beardos.
You kids today, you don't know how good you have it. Actually, it sucks to be 30 years old right now. I am so glad I am not.
It ain't that great being 60 either.
Yeah, but at least we had a shot. I mean, they can't buy a house. You can't make enough money to buy a house unless
I never was able to make enough money to
Well,
buy a house.
I know, but at least you had a shot. They don't have a chance.
Well, but maybe they don't deserve a chance.
Oh, whoa!
Maybe I didn't deserve a chance.
Well,
Maybe we all didn't deserve a chance.
talk about
Maybe we owe the great, baby boom generation a big finger.
Big F you. Well, but they didn't. It wasn't like, hey, let's get together and fuck everybody. It's just they were handed.
No, they took theirs and then they pulled the ladder up.
Did they though? Did they? I mean,
they did.
Or did it just happen? I don't think they pulled the ladder. Like, fuck you guys, you don't get it.
No, because they're still hanging around, man.
Well, yeah, that's because medicine got better and people live longer.
Yeah, well, that ain't fair.
All right, Logan's Run.
That's right.
Time to go.
That movie's getting more and more reasonable every year.
Yeah, what do they call it? You went up to
Carousel?
Carousel. That was it. Carousel. Yeah, interesting. Yeah,
I'm joking, of course.
Oh, sure you are. Darren, you're on the list now.
I've always been on the list. Just not ones that I wanted to be on.
A friend of mine wrote a script he asked me to read, and the plot is basically about a gal whose father is ex-military and he's dying from burning stuff in the burn pits in what was it, Iraq, Iran, whatever the war was in the 90s. And so her little brother, who was born after he came back, she was born before, died of the genetic disease. This is all based on real stories. Died at like 4 years old because his genetics were screwed up because the dad was exposed to this stuff and the dad's dying from it. And the whole movie is about, it was all based on this one senator who, he's the bad guy. He was a senator. Now he's the president. The whole movie is about how you logically could assassinate a president. And I'm like, dude, you are going to get on a list. And he was ex-military. Like, he did it knowing, and he mentions the actual scopes and the guns and the bullets. And the whole movie, it's called, well, I won't give the name away because I don't want to hurt, but the whole movie is essentially a primer on how to assassinate somebody and an American president. And I'm like, I don't think you should release this. And he goes, no, we've got people interested. I'm like,
oh, sure you do.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, it's like the Anarchist Cookbook, which you can't buy anymore, right? Didn't they make that illegal? Or was
I don't know. I'm sure it's
like how to build an atomic bomb, and they pulled it because like you could build an atomic bomb. Because
you shouldn't do that.
So he wrote a script about how to basically assassinate the president. And it wasn't like Day of the Condor.
The book is called "Don't Do This."
It's not called Day. It's not like Day of the Jackal or something where it's kind of like about the intrigue and the guy chasing. Nope.
Right. Nope.
Here's how you do it. And then you watch it. I was like, fuck, dude, yeah, that these days I would not release that or even send it out, but he's very proud of it. And it's well written. I will say that for a guy who's never written a script, it's really well written. But I was a little like, whoa, that's
By
intense.
Sam Wilkes Booth.
Yeah. Anyway, and he's Anyway, interesting.
Well,
I wouldn't write that script.
no, that wouldn't be my first choice
I literally
either.
think it would get you on an FBI watch list.
Maybe,
I mean,
depending on who the president is.
in the movie, well, it's not a real president. It's it's
Uh-huh.
Senator Trotz or
Senator Jingbo. Who the heck's that?
Senator Bokrack Johama, Puerto Rican president. No, it's obviously you can't draw. I mean, it's whatever. I'm not going to give away anymore.
No.
Shouldn't have probably said any of that. But anyway, it was more about writing a movie that you could you get canceled or at least on a watch list. I'm sure on a watch list. I'm sure if you write a letter to the president saying, up yours, buddy, you're a monster, and if I had the druthers, I'd figure out a way to get rid of you. You'd probably get on a watch list.
Well, that sounds like the criteria for Netflix.
Meaning
they probably buy it and make it.
Really? And do you mean that, or you mean that as throwing shade, or you're just like, well, it gets eyeballs?
But it gets eyeballs.
Yeah, I mean, it would. A lot of people. It would certainly get a lot of press.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously been tons of movies about assassinating the president or the premier of France or whatever. But to literally have the movie be, this is how you do it.
Yeah, but the movie is about stopping those people, not encouraging those people.
That's exactly what I told him. I said, if this was a guy was chasing this person,
right,
trying to stop it and following the leads, he's like, yeah, no, it's not. This is how you do.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, I know. Anyway, now I feel bad that I even told him, it's well written, but here's some advice. Don't do it. Now I have something online that proves I said don't do it. That was the only reason to bring it up. I just wanted an alibi, or like, no.
Well, maybe you'll talk about this podcast and let people listen to it.
I'm going to play the president in it, so I can say, well, it was really about just having a good part in the movie.
You'll be Elmo Cleveland. You see, Grover has been replaced by Elmo. See, that's a Muppet joke for you fans.
Oh, I thought it was a Family Guy joke because of Cleveland.
No, Cleveland. That's a Howard the Duck joke.
Is it?
Cleveland.
I don't remember it. Howard the Duck. When are we going to write that?
Speaking of Thomas Dolby,
they were going to do an animated Howard the Duck series, and then it got killed. Seth Green was going to do it. Well, he was the voice of Howard, but I think he was going to.
Yeah.
No, Kevin Smith was going to do it.
Well, make up your mind. Was it Seth Green or Kevin Smith?
Oh, let's not talk about
It's interesting because I played Kevin Smith in a Seth Green movie that I was cut out of.
What?
Yeah.
Do tell. We've got 5 minutes.
It was called Boys and Girls, but later its title was changed to Can't Hardly Wait.
Oh, I remember that.
And there's a scene at the beginning where Seth Green and a couple of his buddies are in a 7-Eleven, and I play the counter guy who looks something like Kevin Smith.
You have a black beard.
I had my dark beard and dark hair at the time, and but it got cut.
Were you wearing a trench coat?
No, I was wearing a sort of a white smock.
Did you look like Kevin Smith, or did you look like what's his name, the guy who plays the guy behind the counter? Oh no,
I looked like Kevin Smith.
You look like Kevin Smith. Well, because there was the other guy.
Yeah.
Who had the dark hair, who I've met at cons. He's a nice enough guy.
Yeah. Not O'Shaughnessy, something like that.
Yeah, it's an Irish name.
Yeah. It's an Irish name.
Irish name, no, isn't it?
Two deodorants. Manly, yes, but I like it too.
I like it too. Manly. It's a manly deodorant. It's a manly soap.
It's a manly scent.
This soap is infused with testosterone. I'm sure someone's tried that.
Well, don't
this has been a weird episode.
Beardos, because you will have a testosterone overload.
Yes.
With all the testiness that we have here.
Manly beardedness.
Manly
Well, look,
beardedness.
if you
And
celebrate Halloween the entire month of October, I hope you're having a good one as opposed to cranky McChristmas pants over. The Santa that stole Halloween. There's
how
a movie.
dare you? How
Cranky,
dare you?
cranky the Dr.
The,
Cranky pants.
the Halloween that came too soon and other medical problems.
There's not such a thing. Halloween cannot. I know people start celebrating end of August, beginning.
I know. They're weird.
No, they're
and I don't mind saying it. We've had some of them on this show.
They're enthusiasts, okay?
That's great. That's great.
You celebrate Star Trek all year round.
Star Trek is not a holiday.
Exactly. Oh.
That's right. And I don't celebrate it. I make money off it. So
wow. So you're craving. You're just craving. It's not a joy for you. It's like it's how I make my money.
You know.
Ooh, I like that eyebrow raise. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I hope you all have a great Halloween season.
And our next episode probably will hit around Halloween. So
yeah, and I'll hit you around Halloween.
Then I won't have any problem talking about Halloween. Don't you roll your eyes at me, Mr. Thatcher.
That's your problem. You don't have any problem. I'm telling your brother right now. I'm telling your brother right now. I'm hulking out. All right. Good
can
to see
you
you,
smell
man.
what the thatch is cooking?
Said I apologize if you can. Sticky.
Well, thanks for sticking with us for nearly an hour.
Oh yeah, no, pretty much, pretty close to an hour.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. All right, have a good one, everybody.
Next time.
See you, Doodle.
And, thanks for sticking with us.
Or whatever you did.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
All right, take care. The Weirded Beardos are Kirk Thatcher and Darren Doctorman. Email them at theweirdedbeardos@gmail.com.